you.
Great.
John, I tried to combine my hair. I tried to, but no. I have a freak little hairs who
Let me see,
never
let me
grow
see.
up, just here. And the hair like moco de gorilla or whatever, it doesn't work. So
That is so sad, teacher.
no, don't worry. Don't worry. So I couldn't. But I promise that the next classes I will be fine.
Okay, okay.
No, no, if I know, I will be better.
I hope, I hope.
Because are you fine or
Yes,
no?
yes, yes, yes. We are. Yes, I'm fine. I'm busy. I'm I am giving the breast of myself, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay,
That is the
Luzdela,
idea.
hi Jaisa and Jenny and John. How are you?
Great, teacher. Excited,
I
How
but
feel
are
so
you
fine,
today?
teacher.
Okay, so I have my plan A and my plan B.
okay.
So I remember that we were talking that today we are going to have a dancing class.
Of course.
A dance class.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
But
So
class, it's a short class.
yes, 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 that is my class. So wait a second, because I have to share this first of all. Wait a second, because I have two number class, 212 number class. Our class number A, well, the letter A, is for dancing class. So I already have the vocabulary to talk. So first of all, if wait a second, please. So I would like that you can check this in the special place is for Luz Neila. Luz Neila, can you explain me, Luz Neila, what is the difference between turn on and to spin?
But
What
turn
is
on
the difference
is like a hero, but I don't know what is to spin.
okay, okay. If you know, look, one second, what is that? Okay, this is so
Turn on is prender, but turn spin I don't know.
well, when you are going to turn on, or maybe when you are going to turn, could you please turn on or turn on? Well, turn on the music. But if you want to turn, that is not a word. It's turn left, for example, to right.
Okay. Giro a la derecha o a la izquierda.
Okay, so if you are going to say, turn right, like you are going to move in that way. That is your right. Okay, your right. But you are moving in another directions. Wait a second, because my TV is outside. Okay, so when you are going to say spin, it means that you are going to have the whole turn and stay again in the same position. Do you understand?
When I need to move of all
Yes,
of
teacher.
direction and
No,
return again.
you are in the wait, you are in the same position, right? You are looking forward. When you are saying Luz Neila, spin on in position, spin on. Spin, to spin off, it means that you are to turn into the right and keep going and keep going and keep going, and then you are going to stay in the same position. But spin is like to make a lot of vueltas, but I was trying to avoid this word. Spin in place.
It's better say to spin and not to do a full turn.
A full turn, it could be another it's a synonym. But
Okay.
it says that it's like, let's go ahead. let's move, but continue moving.
Okay.
Your expression is make like just one round, and with to spin is like make a lot of round. Ten.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay, so that is we start with that. So just check that. I bring you this vocabulary. First of all, let's your dance vocabulary in Spanish and English below and list of common dance terms. For example, forward. I know that you can use that. Forward, back. Let's go back. Diagonal, side to side. So I know that you can use that, right? The second vocabulary that I share you is left turn or right turn, an inside turn, and outside turn.
What is inside and outside?
For example, when you are dancing with a partner.
Okay.
Okay, so and you are going to make a turn inside of the other person.
Okay.
So that is the huge difference between these words.
Okay.
Do you understand, right?
Yes.
When I say, well, inside your turn is because you are dancing with another person. Well, try to take the hands with your partner and then try to inside turn but keep the hand of your partner. Keep your hand. Okay. Another vocabulary is you also you should use to indicate movement, like to dart is when for example when you are jumping but trying to make this exercise, this movement like that you are going to catch an star. I say, let's go to jump and catch the star. So let's dart.
Okay.
Dart. Okay. To glide. To glide means deslizar.
To glide. Glide. Okay. Yes.
Okay. To bend. And I consider that you already used bend.
This week, because I need to do this movement in puya dance. This is my topic of this week. And what is agacharse? My God.
Okay. The other is to rise.
To rise.
To rise. To rise. For example, could you please raise your hand? That is raise your hand. Again, raise your hand again. On the other hand. Because if you say, could you please put up your hands? It means like you are going to just move your hands and that's it. If you're rising, you're doing this exercise. Rise. Okay. Again. Rise again. Put your hands again. Put your hands, rise again. See, that is the thing. Jump, I consider that you use that. Is to stretch, I consider that you use that again also. And but if you practice all this kind of vocabulary, it's really easy. But it's really easier if you already understand your vocabulary about body parts, because that is really important. That when you don't know the vocabulary, you have to describe the movement using your body, and even giving the information. No, you have to first of all toss your shoulder and then raise your hand and go and bend yourself again, and then you have to what is the word to dart and then dart. You have to say no, then you try to move your hands. ¿Qué? Los carros los tienen así. So wait a second because I have to move myself. So, Araceli, ¿tú tienes los carros de Pablo? No, se tienen los carros de Pablo, mira, la hizo aquí. Mira, mira, Araceli, pero no tengo rayito aquí. Ay, Araceli, ¿qué tienes chichi? ¿Tienes chichi, Araceli? Mira, Araceli, ¿tienes chichi? Good. Okay, so I'm ready, teacher.
Are you ready, guys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Organize my space. Okay. We are old people, not very old, but we are old people, and we need to do our warming up. According to that, if everyone wants to do it, please stand up. Do you want to do the exercise? Stand up, please. John, stand up and then sit with us, please.
Stand up.
Okay, in the first exercise, you need to open a little your legs and try to touch the floor with your hands for 10 seconds. Okay, everyone doing the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Now, it's important to do the warming up of all our body. You need to do this exercise. You need to push your arm forward and push with the other hand. In 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and switch the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now with our head. You need to push to right your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Teacher, can you don't share the screen because I need to check the movements of all of you, please?
They are not turning on the camera. Wait a second. Which one? This one. How much time are you going to spend? How much time are you going to spend for this class?
No, teacher. In this moment?
Yes.
Maybe 15 or 20 minutes. If
Okay.
less, I can do it.
Because I would like to organize the topic for the other class
You need
later. Okay.
do this activity in 10 minutes. I can do it. Don't worry.
Let's do it for 10 minutes. Could you please turn on the camera, Jaisa and Jenny? Okay, let's see.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. It is because I would like to see the guys.
Yes, because I need to check the movements.
Okay, wait a second, Luz Neila. I would like to ask you about if you have some kids that they don't turn on the camera, what are you going to say? I would like to know these kind of things. For example, how can you control the class saying, hey, turn on the camera, please. What happened with you, Jaisa? Move yourself. I want to see you that. I would like, how can you I don't know, you are so excited trying to make your class have a, how can you say, hey, John, let's move it. You are having a great time. Let's go, move yourself. So what are you doing? What are you saying?
In this moment is a little bit difficult or hard because no all students have camera, but it's one of my rules in class. It's mandatory have your camera on all the time. The cameras on, sorry, all the time. And before I start my class, I check that everyone have your camera on.
Okay. Okay. So let's take 10 minutes with it. Okay.
Okay, let's start with the first step of Footloose Dance. This is a pop rock music, okay? And it's very important that you keep in mind that when the rhythm of the music change, you need to change your steps, okay? And this is our first step. Everyone stand up and try to do it. In the first step, you need to move your leg a little forward, then back twice, and then you need to change the leg. Okay? This is the first movement of your legs, and you need to move your waist and put your hands in your waist. Okay? This is the step number 1. Look at me first, and then you practice the step. You need to do this movement. Now, everyone, please practice this step, and I check you if you are doing. Very nice, teacher Patricia. Great job. Jenny, excellent. What happened, John? Try to do it. Try to do it. Very good. Okay, now I put the music and we try to do it the step with the music. Okay, guys? Everyone, with me. Very nice. Great job. Okay, our second step, because the time is very short. In our second step, you need to take care with your body balancing, okay? Because you need open and close your legs in the middle of the stage, okay? And you need to move your arms to rise for both sides, okay? This is the second movement, okay? Now try to do it. And I check you. Very good. What happened with John? Very good. Now, teacher Patricia, pay attention. You don't do this. No. You need to do with your legs this movement. Open and close. Open and close. And you need to do with your arms this movement like this. Okay? Very nice, very perfect. Okay, first and second step. First and second step. With music. Change. The second one. Very good. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult or more hard to do it because you need to walk right, to right, and left in 4 times, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But when you end this part, you need to move your back and your arm back, okay? Is this movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the other side, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, guys, try to do it. 4 times to left, 4 times to right. And remember, you need to move your back and your arm back too, with your head too. Okay? Very good. Excellent, very good. Okay, now with music, these 3 steps. Change. The second one. Now number 3. Great. 2 more steps and finish our activity, okay? In this step, you need to move forward by the diagonal. You need to put your hands in your waist. And it's only walk 2 times to right, 2 times to left, like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you need to come back. 5, 6, and 7, 8. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, guys, try to do it.
Step, step, step. Simulation. Okay. Step, 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 step.
Very nice. Excellent, teacher Patricia. Okay, 4 step with music, okay? First one. Change. Second, the second one. Number 3. Four. Very good. Very good, guys. Now, the last step, okay? This is the last. In the last step, you need to do a little kick forward in diagonal with your legs. To left and then with the other leg to right. 1, 2, and 3, 4.
Kick. Try to kick.
Yes, you kick. And you need to move your arms too, but in different direction. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the end of this step is body balancing for both sides in a time 2. Okay? This is all a step. Pay attention. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now practice, guys. Try to do it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Very good. Excellent dancers. My mates and my teacher. Okay, with music. All choreography. Change. Second one. The second one. The third one. Number 4. Forward and then back. Now the last. One more time. Very good. Great job, guys. This is
Okay,
all t-shirt.
that
These
is
are
great.
hobbies.
That is a good warm up. I consider that if I take this just for maybe for aerobics, I consider that I am the worst because I never follow. I can follow even the Macarena. I can do it. I can do it. But I try to do it. I try to do it. Congratulations. I consider that we have to be really confident to work like that because first of all, even when I speak English and I'm trying to make this kind of classes, even when I teach English at weekends, sometimes everybody are the camera are off, and maybe they are not doing the exercise. Maybe they are don't participating in the class, and you are the only person. But you have to be trustful and be confident that they are doing the same thing. But because you are trying to make all of you and all the responsibilities of that, and you are making a good job of this. So I consider that the students must appreciate all the things that you are doing because that is a nice job. That is great. Another thing. So any of you guys, the students who are dancing, has something to do, really want to say something to Luz Neila about the class, because I take some notes that I will that you can keep in mind, right? So any of you have something to say, because this class is just for to get better, to watch us and get better. So any of you want to say something to Luzneila to get better? Jaisa, I think that Jaisa want to say something.
Yes, I think that Neila do a great job because it's hard to dance and talk and try not thinking uh, about the mistake that I made it, or if my students are doing the dancing or of it or anything else. So I think that is a great job. You are doing a great job, and congratulations.
Thanks,
Yes,
Joysa.
thank you. Nice word, Jaisa. Any of you guys want to say something to Luzneila? John, John, I consider that John wants to talk. He looks like that. He looks like he wants to talk.
No, teacher, I don't. I agree with Jaisa.
You agree with him?
It was a warm up. All those, I was so lost. What happened, teacher?
I think that when she shared your screen, Your internet is a little bad.
Mine. My internet is bad. Okay.
But
Okay.
only when you share your screen, teacher.
You want that stop sharing my screen? Okay.
Better.
Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Well, John, do you want to say something, or you just agree with Jason? And Jenny and Diana are going to say something, or that's it?
Teacher, the warm-up was great. Also, although I was really lost.
He was really lost. A little bit, like all of us, but it's okay.
Just a
It
little
was
bit.
a great time. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Jenny, she wants to say something.
Yes, Miss Neila, I congratulate you on this. I am dancer, and I know how difficult this can be, and more when you are the teacher, and you must teach this excellent. So many congratulations to you.
Thanks, Jenny.
Too much congratulations.
Teacher, for me, it's a little difficult to teach dance because really I am musician teacher.
Yes.
But this year, the school, well, in my school, I did different activities of cultural level and tried to do it some dances. But this year, the school decided that they want that I teach this class, and for me, it's new in this year.
Don't worry. You have the good thing is that you have a job. That's
Yes.
a matter.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. That is not a big deal. You have to you know how to figure out. Figure out means like how can you work on it?
Yes.
You can do it. So that is the more thing that we have as a teacher. We have to be versatiles. I don't know how can I find the word. That is the thing. We have to be versatile. And so congratulations for that. I consider that the students can have to appreciate the thing that you do. Even the school have to appreciate the thing that you do in class. So I write down some notes that you are doing, and maybe you forget when you are doing. For example, when you are in the first step, I know that you remember all the four steps that we do. You are moving your foot. You are moving your feet. Excuse me. But in the first step, you are moving the foot. You say you have to move. Hey guys, you have to move the feet in that way. First of all, touch your ankle or your toes, no? Your ankle. That is your ankle. The ankle.
Okay.
Okay.
Is help is good or no? Help of your foot?
You say you have to move. You have to move your foot. Okay, you have to move the foot. First of all, touching the toes and then touching the ankle. Touching the toes and touching the ankle. Like that. Just saying this kind of description and try the same the moving of your foot. And that's it. And let's move the other foot in that way and that way. And that way and that way. And that's it. But you made the description that touching the ankle with the floor and then touching the toes of the fingers of your feet, the toes, and then but you have to say that because when you were explaining that you didn't say nothing about your foot. So
Yes.
check that
Okay.
again. You say the second step was that you have to put down. If you say put up your hands, but if you say you raise your hand, for example, I am raising my hand in class. So I put the yellow R, right? So in this case, you can put your hands up, or you can say raise your hands, or raise your hands. You first in the right hand, then raise the other hand, or raise both of your hands. Okay? Raise your hands, but don't say don't say and rise. No, raise your hands.
Okay.
Close the sentence.
Don't need say to raise. I can
Yeah,
say
you can say. Could you please?
hands.
You can say if you start the sentence, you say but you are talking in Spanish. You say, well, you move that, and then raise your hand.
Okay.
But don't you say you are saying and rise.
Okay.
No. Raise your hands. Say
Raise
that all completely. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. My foot. You didn't say the movement. In the third step, you say, well, you move 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Or step by step. You can say that step by step, steps, or step, because you keep just saying 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Try to change the expression step by step, step, or another step like that.
Okay, I use this part because my student usually count all music because
Yes.
it's one of my rules. 1, 2, 3, 4. But this is good.
Yeah.
This is better. Thanks, teacher.
Well, in this third step, you say you have to do these steps and do like that. No, you have to say and move your head in this way, or move your head like you are watching in of the hill, no, the ceiling.
Okay.
Okay. Because I'm doing like that, but why? And then you start to twist your hand like that. I don't know. I don't remember. But I say, what is that move? Just like that. Well, so try to figure out how can you explain with details all this kind of movement.
Okay.
Practice that in your mirror. Even Luz Neila, try to make all these steps by write all the movements, and then start to read that aloud.
Okay.
Read that aloud. Okay, and the final is you were saying that move in that way, in one direction, in this one. I know, but I don't remember if you say the change and change the direction. Turn left and turn right. And then, so you can say, make 3 steps and change direction. Make 3 steps and change direction. The thing is that you have to apply another, or to use another expressions, because I don't know, maybe in 2-3 minutes you saying the same words for making a different movement. So I consider if you are saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is because the steps is like that, and then you are going to do to walk in backwards. So you say walk, flap, 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 flap. Try to make another noisy even. Do you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that is my considerations, or my, I don't know, but yes, my consideration, that the thing that I consider that you can use even. Anyway, in our screen, wait a second, in our class, I'm sorry, I'm going to share my screen again because I have to talk like that. I don't know what happened. Wait a second. Anyway, open this. In the class number 12, in the letter A, this is all our vocabulary that you can use. Check the this kind of vocabulary. It is really useful. Even I took all this kind of information in this page, dancefree.com. I'm going to share the link.
All right, thanks, teacher.
That will be nice. It's really interesting to know all this kind of stuff. Wait a second. And that's it. It's nice. It will be nice. Okay. So for today, let me close this. Thank you for our warm-up.
You're welcome.
That is nice. It's a nice opportunity. I work with kids. My gosh, and that is nice. That is nice. That make. Oh my God, I didn't. I know. Yes. I was thinking that I didn't record the video. No, let's do the class again because I didn't record that. No, it's okay. It's okay. So let's move with this.
Teacher, thanks so much for your advice, and thanks to my mates for doing this activity, and for telling me a beautiful things. Thanks so much.
That is great. I would like that, for example, Jaisa, between all of you guys, for example, Luznaila is because is the person who is already teaching, but she's not exactly teaching English, but she's teaching another subject or another signature with English. So she's trying to use a specific English. So she have to learn a new vocabulary, and I have bring an environment just talking about it. Between all your ideas, and I don't know, I remember that Jaisa said that she really would like to be an interpreter or a translator. She what in the first or the second class, she's Jaisa, you say something like that, right?
Yes, teacher.
A translator or interpreter. That is really interesting because with that jobs, for example, I have a friend who started to learn English in that way, and he, excuse me, and she learned, and she had a good development about English, because she know about a lot of stuff, not just the same topic. She has a lot of ideas, and we in our town, in our country, we have a few people who really are a good interpreter or a good translator. We are not like that. We know English, but I consider that the translator and interpreter has to have, tiene que tener a good memory to remember all the words that the other person is saying. Because somebody is talking like that, talking like this, I say, what did he say? No, you have to say the same thing that the other people say, but in your words, but with the same context. And you have to keep in mind that. And that is really important, because maybe if you don't understand and you start to explain in another way, no, you lose your job. That is not the deal. So, my God, that is harder. That is harder than Luznaila. And I don't know about you, Jenny, John, and Magali, but for example, in my case, I understand, and I convince myself that I really want to keep teaching English, because I like that way, and I like to teach to adults, and I like this way because I already proved to children, I already proved to adolescents, I already proved in another environments, and I consider that no, Patricia, your topic, you have to focus on adults, and that is really interesting for that. And So that is my main goal. So for Jenny and John and Diana, what is your main goal? What do you really want to do later when you finish the career? That is a question for you guys.
Teacher, I would like to be a teacher.
Teacher. You want to be
Yes.
a teacher. Okay. And Diana and Jenny.
Yes.
Me too, teacher. I want I want to be teacher.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, uh, as a teacher, as an English teacher, we have to learn about a lot of things because we have to be prepared. For example, if we are going to teach biology in English, because the director or whatever, the principal, they are going to say, what is going on, Patricia? So you are not prepared to teach biology, but you know English. What is going on? So you have to say yes, maybe if you don't know biology. You know why? Because the curriculum, they are already done. The curriculum exists. So you have to check the curriculum and then you have to find the vocabulary and how to explain that. And the things, they already exist. So you have to explain that and they share to your students to make to that they can work it and that's it. So you have to find out the way that you can practice. In this case, Luzneila told she was teaching another thing, and they no, Luzneila, I'm sorry, but you have to teach dancing. She can say no, I cannot. She can, and she does right now. Well, she's doing right now. She does right now. No, she's doing that right now. So that is a great inspiration for us. Well, for me, especially because we have to be ready of that. We have to be ready. In my case, I already teach mathematics, and that was awful. In I am an engineer, and I know how can I make integrales and logarithms and whatever, all this kind of stuff, limits and whatever. But I say, no, but I don't enjoy teach mathematics, but I will be fine. I can do it. That was worse. But so I consider that English is really good for me. So let's keep going. I made this kind of question, guys, because today I'm going to ask you about this. Okay, let's move with this. Well, for my warm up in this day, was the first step is always the hardest. I consider that, for example, the instance of Luzneila to take the chance that to teach dances is the first step. Then it will be easier because she have been practice, and then with the practice you are really have the knowledge, and then I consider that in this time, I consider that Luzneila had the success of her classes. I consider that even when I was taking these classes, guys, I consider that I have been teaching English. Oh my gosh. Do you hear the knock of the car? I'm not like that. I'm the person who will open the window. What happened? Shut up! So I have to do that. So anyway, I consider with this image, the first step always the hardest. I have been teaching for I don't know 10 years, but I have been teaching English in the same with the same topics, and in Spanish. And for this is my I have been teaching you guys just for 1 month, and the beginning was really hard for me because I was freaked out. I was freaked out quickly, and trying to figure out how can I explain everything in English. And in this time, I'm practicing with you, and even I am speaking in Spanish. Excuse me. I'm speaking in English. I don't speak in Spanish. Why? Because right now I feel confidence with you. Right now I feel, anyway, I prepare my classes. I try to organize my classes, and then I really, I am confident talking about what I'm going to say, what I'm going to express. So that was my first step to make the decision that let's go ahead. Let's go ahead, Patricia. You have to do it. And doesn't matter. You have to smile. If you make the mistake, doesn't matter because you are learning and that's it. You have to do it. So I consider that all of you guys pass through this. You throw this, you pass of this. So this is the big step, the biggest decision that you have to make. And then if you see the next step is really close each another, but maybe it will be easier to make the success. So I consider that you can, I don't know, to trust yourself. For example, do you remember when I was asking about if you have the experience or the opportunity to take an exam, an English exam, and I remember that Jenny was frustrated because she didn't pass the exam because it was her first time. It was her first time, and she was frustrated. Do you remember that?
Yes, teacher.
So in this case, this is one of your inspiration because she start to practice, and she is trying to make a diagnostic about her knowledge, and then she are going to prove herself again, and then
Guys, isn't she?
Hola, ¿me escuchan? ¿Alguien me escucha?
Sí, sí, sí.
Yes.
Yo te escucho. La profesora Pamela, ¿cierto?
Yes.
Está muy mala la conexión.
Mm,
that I'm
That's going.
guys. Do you
Not,
hear me okay?
you
Do
were,
you hear me?
you were
Clear
freeze.
now.
Yes, teacher, I.
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher.
So the thing is this. Um, we have maybe 2 or 3 weeks and we will finish. So in that week, I will evaluate you with several things. Well, not several, just two. The first of all, I'm going to show you an image, and you are going to describe the image. And we have been practicing with it. And the second part of the evaluation is that I will give you 3 questions and you are going to answer it like an interview. I'm going to make some questions, but these 3 final questions, they are from one topic. For example, for hometown, for studies, for hobbies, something that we have been talking. I'm not going to ask you about something that we are not working, okay? So this is a good example that is from IELTS. I don't know if you have been reading or if you know this kind of exam. IELTS. Do you know what is that? That is an international.
Yes. Yes.
That is an international English language testing system. That is a good. You want what?
I want to do the course, but maybe with a personal teacher. And if I don't know if you maybe know someone to want give me this course, I appreciate it. This information, teacher.
Okay, that would be great. But I have enough information. I consider that I have enough information. That how can we develop this I don't know this exam. This exam has this. Each exam can evaluate you in all your skills with several activities. But in this case, of course, we are going to work on speaking. In speaking, in this stage, we have 3 parts. The first of all step is because they are going to give you, for example, an image, and you are going to describe. The second part is they are going to give you excuse me, an interview talking about a specific topic, and the last part is working with partners. They will give you a prompt, it means like an image, with some charts, with some ideas that you have to talk with your partner, make a good conversation with that person, with she or her, and talking about that topic. But remember, you have to create a conversation, because maybe you have all your ideas and you want to show off. I mean, that you want to show your knowledge, but you have to want to be really, I don't know, to don't let the other person to talk. No. You have to make the conversation. That is the deal of this exercise. So that is the main things of the parts of the speaking part. So today we will work from the interview. That is the first part. In the first part, you will have that will be a face-to-face, that you will be in a closed room with a person who will be called the examiner, and he will ask you some questions that can measurable your dominion of your knowledge of English according to your speaking skills. He will evaluate you with your pronunciation, about how natural do your sound, your pronunciation, remember. Your lexical resources is how good and appreciable is your vocabulary. Because maybe you have your idea, but you don't have enough words about how can you describe it. Your fluency or coherence, how clear and organized is your speech. It's hard for us, because sometimes we start to speak from our heart, and you have to think and say and speak from your head, not from your mind. The thing is that you want to share so many ideas, and no, you have to share just 2 ideas and bring some details of each and close the idea, and that's it. That will be your answer. That will be your nice answer, because In that way, you can have the control of your answers. Also, the grammatical range and accuracy is how good is your grammar. That is really important for us. Maybe that is the good way that we already learned because we learn in a polite way. But we have to change, try to talk with, for example, with phrasal verbs using expression that is really useful for it. For example, I'm a person who write down I am a good with past verb, regular and regular verbs. But sometimes I don't know how can pronounce this kind of verb. So I uh, try to avoid the pronunciation or to make this pronunciation. So I say, well, I used to read that. I used to walk over there. It's mean like yo solía realizar eso. En vez de decir yo lo realicé. Do you understand what I'm saying? Trying to avoid it. The thing is that you have to make a to create. How can defend yourself making a good description of something? But if you don't know the word well, you have to find out how can you solve yourself trying to speak and make a good description. What will be the topics? Well, there will be people, relationship, or family. That is a topic that we have been talking. Health and body is they are talking about hobbies, work and studies. We are going to work on this. Nature and environment. That is really interesting that you have to read on it. Communication, technology, hobbies. Well, hobbies, talking like that. Young, hometown. We have been talking like about this. Culture and travel. That will be the most common topics on the test that they are going to ask you about all these kind of things. Maybe one or two of them. Okay. So first of all, I would like that you can think and then answer these three questions. But in this case, please take in a nice way, because I'm going to ask you a question and then you will answer in the way that in a natural way that you answer. Why? Because we are going to fix the answer. We are going to work on it. Okay. So, Jaisa, could you please tell me where are you from?
I'm from Quito.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And that's it. So, if you have a test and an examiner asks you about where are you from, you in a Spanish way you say, well, I'm from Quito, and that's it. But I consider that you have to spend not spend so much time, but you have to spend trying to describe Quibdó. You say, well, I'm from Quibdó. It's a nice town, really close to the sea, and the nice and all. But try to make a like a dramatic or romantic way. How can you talk like? How can you explain about Quibdó? But try to make an interesting thing and close the idea. But maybe with 2 or 3 lines, and that's it. Do you get it? With this, you are making a good explanation. When we finish that, with the second and the third question, I'm going to show you another ways or a good example about an examiner. How will be the answer? So just let's check the Jaisa answer again. Jaisa, where are you from?
I am from Quito, Chocó, a little town on the of Colombia. It's a beautiful town with a main culture, and African influence.
Okay, and that's it. And that's it. But you have to. To make sure that the examiner that you are finished the answer. Did you get it? Did you? All of you are getting what I'm trying to say, right? It's like you are saying, well, I'm from a little town. It's called Quibdó, and this is close to the Sea of Pacific, whatever you want to talk. And this is well, the thing that the I can't remember the word that you were saying, but the thing with that thing that is great to answer. That a great answer. Let's move on with another thing. For example, Luzneila. Luzneila, any do you have any hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I have a lot of hobbies because I like to spend my time in dancing, listening music, sleep a lot of, and watching different series in English in Netflix, and maybe in sometimes I reading something about different topics in English.
Okay, so let's check her answer. When I was talking about, do you have any hobbies? She said, yes, I have a several, or yes, I have a lot. You can use yes, I have a several. Several means really intellectual way, but it's really nice to say that. Oh, I have several. You know, I have several because you are trying to make a conversation, and then you should Luzneira, you should explain maybe 2 or 3 hobbies, because if you are going to start, no, I made this, I made this, I made this, I made that, and maybe like 12. No, no, no. Just mention just 3 of them and make a detail. You have no. I watch some series in Netflix because I like to spend time with my I don't know, with my cat watching some series. Also, I like to ride a bike because it is really helpful for my lungs or whatever. And I consider that's it. That it will be my hobbies. And with that, you are closing the ideas. That is the deal of this kind of exercise. The last questions for John.
Teach.
Yes, yes. Jaisa?
Yes, I have a question. What is the right way to say escuchar música? Listen to music or listening to music?
Listen to music. Listen to music. Because if you want to say, I like, if I say, I like listening to music. I like
Okay.
listening to music. If that start with ing, with that ending with ing, I like listening because listening in that way is not a verb. It's not a verb. Okay. If
Yes.
in another way you can say, well, I listen to music. In that way, it's a verb. I like listen to music, or I like listen to music. Do you understand? No, excuse me.
Yes.
I listen to music, and then I like to listening to music because one
Thank
of
you,
them
teacher.
works as a verb, and the other it doesn't work as a verb. It
But
works as
teacher
a noun.
is I like listen music or to listen music. It's solo listen music, right? Right? Right?
Listening. I like listening. If you're going to say,
We
I like to listening, I like to, no. I
To
like to listen. I like to listen to music, but it's too much to. It looks like weird. So I consider it would be better if you are saying like, I like listening music to music. I like listening. Anyway, when you are finished, like the next thing, if it has a verb, you can use with an ing, because if you are going to use another verb, it's because you are going to put another to. I like to listen to music. That is it's like a rare. So I consider that you can use listening. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go a question with John. So, no, John, no. Nubia is here. Nubia, think about this. And and all of you guys have to think about this question. Why why is it important to learn English? Why is it important to learn English? All of you guys think about it. What is important to learn English?
For me, teacher,
Yes, just for you.
is is important because I have many expectative uh, about my my work and in my future. Need to develop this skill in English for to
No, don't worry. If you,
uh,
I made this, guys, because it's really hard even to answer it in Spanish. That is really hard even to think about that, to answer this kind of question even in Spanish. So I consider that we have to be prepared even in Spanish about how many things that you really want to share, how many things do you really want to explain. In this case, when she start to answer this kind of answer with this kind of question, is to say, well, it is important because, and she start to explain our several details about what is important to study English, what is really important. So I consider that you have to take in mind just two or three with details, and you have to close that. So that are the reasons that it's really important to learn English, and that's it. And that will be awesome, an awesome answer. That will be wonderful. Why? Because in that way you can make a control of your answers. I made this example, guys, because as a Latinos, as a Colombians, we used to speak a lot, and we give a lot of reasons that maybe the people don't care what are you saying. But the difference when we are taking an exam like that, and they are asking about this kind of question, you have to make the control of the answer, giving deeply details and close the idea, and that's it. That will be your answer, and that's it. And that will be easier. So I'm going to share you um, a person, a candidate who is answered all these three questions. So I will let that you can check the way that the person is answering. Okay. So let me check that. So I'm bringing you some examples of it. Okay. Are you listening, right?
Yes, teacher.
yes,
Okay. Okay. So in the part one, you will have to answer two or three general questions about yourself. Give some details and avoid one word answer. Okay, and smile and look at interlocutor. Let's have a look at a few examples. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Germany. I was born in a little city in the south of Germany near the Alps. And then I lived for a very short time in South Africa and moved to the UK to study and to work. And then eventually I moved to Barcelona a few years ago, and this is where I'm living now.
Did you get it, guys? The way that she's talking, she's not just saying, well, she's from Germany. No, she's explaining the small town that she was born, and then the place that she grew up. She grew up, and then she give us more information about the place that she is already living. Did you get it? The way that she is explained that? So that is bring her. That is the way that she's bring her the details about her answer. Do you want to hear that answer again?
Yes, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher, please.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
I'm originally from Germany. I was born in a little city in the south of Germany near the Alps. And then I lived for a very short time in South Africa and moved to the UK to study and to work. And then eventually I moved to Barcelona a few years ago, and this is where I'm living now.
Even she's talking about 4 places. She's talking about 4 places. But if you see, she is trying to explain in just 4 places. She's trying, well, she was born over there, she grew up over there, and then she was trying to living over there, but right now she is living in Barcelona. So in that way, she make a good answer. Maybe in a couple minutes, maybe one minute and a half. Did you get it? That is a good way that you can answer it. Jaisa make a good answer. In the second change, she make a good answer. Talking, no, I live in Kido. Kido is in a small place. It's really, and she have to talk like that. She have to answer like that. So I consider that we already in our classes, we have been talking about hometown. Do you remember that we have been working on that? So you already have a research about your hometown. So you have to keep to bring some ideas about your town. Well, that is a cosmopolitan place that you can live in, that you can go there, but you have to share to our to listeners, to build our mates. How how is your hometown?
For some, it's very
Okay.
hot today again.
I have a noise, but I don't know who is who has. Okay, let's move on. For the next question, do you have any hobbies? Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I've got a number of hobbies, things that I like to do in my spare time. I like to be busy, I like to relax. One of the things I really enjoy doing is painting whenever I have the time. I specifically like watercolor, and I find it very relaxing to paint and to experiment with the different colors and techniques. Another thing that I enjoy doing, and I've only recently taken up, is paddle surfing. Really love the challenge of being out in the water and trying to balance on this board and falling over and getting wet and soaked. But I enjoy that a lot. And another thing that I want to do more of is free diving, because I just love being in the water, and I hope that I can learn to hold my breath for a longer time, so I'll be able to dive for longer.
Did you get it? She was talking. She was talking about her hobbies, and she pronounced. Excuse me. She mentioned 3 of them. But let's how she start to talk, and then she give us the her hobbies, and then make a short explanation of each of one, and that's it. Again.
Yes, I've got a number of hobbies, things that I like to do in my spare time. I like to be busy, I like to relax. One of the things I really enjoy doing is painting whenever I have the time. I specifically like watercolor, and I find it very relaxing to paint and to experiment with the different colors and techniques. Another thing that I enjoy doing, and I've only recently taken up, is paddle surfing. I really love the challenge of being out in the water and trying to balance on this board and falling over and getting wet and soaked. But I enjoy that a lot. And another thing that I want to do more of is free diving, because I just love being in the water, and I hope that I can learn to hold my breath for for a longer time, so I'll be able to dive for longer.
So that is a good way. She's trying to give us a hobby, a little detail about what is that, and then how does she feel about this? No, if she enjoyed that or what. And the final question: what is important to learn English?
I think having a good level of English is really important nowadays, and because it's an international language, you need it to communicate with other people, often with people who don't even speak English as a first language themselves. So it's very important if you ever plan to travel. I also think it's important for your work life. It's good to have a good level of English and maybe even an exam on your CV because it makes you more employable. And I think it opens up a lot of doors for you work-wise if you have a good level of English.
So smile, relax, and stay calm. Look at the interlocutor and give some detail when you answer. So that will be a nice advisor that you can take in mind, that you can take in mind, no, that you can keep in mind. I've been saying so. And that's it. So that is a nice way that I would like to share you some answers. So first of all, I would like that you can check these questions. For example, the topic is people and relationship. People and relationship. For example, can you tell me about your family? Think about that. Can you tell me about your family? In what way is your family important to you? What do you like doing most with your family? Okay, so look at this. Can you tell me about your family? So the person who will be answered could be, well, my mom's family is from Lisbon, but my dad is from Barcelona. My parents divorced when I was 10. Me and my two sisters, who are both younger than me, and sometimes made me crazy, especially the younger one. We grew up in Lisbon with my mom. About 9 years ago, my married other people. My parents married other people. And now I have a stepbrother from my dad's married and a stepsister from my mom married. Oh, and a stepmom and a stepdad. So I have a quite a big family now. So do you see all the description about the family? So we already work about that. Why? When we build our family tree. Do you remember our family tree? So in that way, you can make a good description of your family. You're not going to mention all your family. For example, I remember that Luzneila had a huge family, but she's not going to talk about her family. She can talk about her parents and a few of her brother or siblings. And I know she doesn't have kids. So and that's it. And they said she have enough to talk. So in that way, she can talk about his family. I remember that John has a huge family, but he can talk about his brother and his father, his parent, and his maybe if he want about her grandpas. Excuse me. But don't spend so much time talking about your family. No, you have to say, well, thanks oh God, you start like the Latinos. Gracias a Dios, thanks God, I have my fathers alive. They live in another house. They are healthy. They are retired. I live with my husband. We are married, of course, with my husband. We have a son called Pablo. He's 2 years old, and we have a stepson because my husband has a son outside our marriage. No, it's not outside marriage because his son is 15. So we just met like 10 years ago. So anyway, we have to bring a little description of it, and we try to close the idea. So that is the members that I don't know what is it. So that is my family, the members that I mentioned, and that's it. With that, you can finish your answer. In what way is your family important to you? In what way is your family important to you? Could you please, Diana, read that? Read this answer. This one. Um,
Um, sorry, teacher, wait. Okay, yeah. Can you give me a second to think about that? So, my family means the world to me. We have always been very close and supportive of each other. Whenever I have had problems in my life, my family has always been there to help me. I feel I can do anything when I have my family around.
mhm. So in that way, she's the person who is talking, in this case, Diana, she's trying to explain us what is the way that is her family important for her. The thing is that she, with this expression, can you give me a second to think about that? She's trying to buy or to bring time for her answer. Yeah, because we start to say no, no, we can say, well, that is a nice question. You can for example, in my family, and you have to start with that. So my family means the world to me. So she's bring us information about how much is important, and then she give us details about why are they important. So that is the main idea of you guys. And then finally, question of this: do you like? What do you like doing most with your family? What is the thing that you really like to stay with them? Well, I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed them. I really enjoy it when my family comes around my house for a special occasion, such as Christmas and Easter. Being together at these special times, eating, drinking, and playing games is what I love the most. So I would like that you can check all these kind of questions and think about this. For example, I'm going to call, in this case, Luz Neila. And Luz Neila are going to answer, to make a good answer for these questions. Read up that and try to make a good answer of each questions, okay? Like a conversation. I'm going to ask you and then you are going to answer, but make me feel like you are finished your answer. So in that way, I can say, well, the next question will be that. Because I'm going to say, that's it? Did you finish? Could you please stop talking? And I have to make another question. So try to make the control of your time. You have just 1 minute, or just bring the details and that's it. Okay? Are you ready? Okay. So Luz Neila. Luz Neila, can you tell me about your family?
Of course, my family is about. I have a big family. Is very beautiful because I grew up with my daddy and my mom married all the time. Unfortunately, my mom passed away this year ago, but I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and all my siblings have your self family or self families, and I believe that the most important thing in my family is the values that my mom touch you all the time.
So that's it. That is a great. Did you understand? Did you get it that when you start to talk about your family, your emotions and everything is going to flow up?
Yes.
So that is a big thing that we can handle it. Como latinos y como colombianos no podemos manejar porque se nos afloran todo lo que queremos decir. So we have to make the control, and that is a common, that is a common question that we have to make the control. That is a nice. That was a nice answer. I want to congratulate you with that because you start to tell about your family in details. But in this case, when I was looking to you, you almost start to cry because I consider that you will start to open your heart. So uh, take the control of your ideas. Take your control. You have to be powerful with that. That was great answer. Keep going. Keep going with another answer, with another question about this same topic. You have to take the control of this. In what way is your family important to you? In what way is your family important to you?
I believe that my family is important because all the time we are very closed and we are the support for all of the members of the family. And I think that the most important thing is when you need something. Uh, my family all the time is with me, and I think that is very important because it's a important behavior in my family.
It's important behavior, important comportamiento. There is a nice
Maybe
behavior. And
behavior is other thing, but I don't know how
yes,
can I say
yes,
the
yes,
definition.
yes. So keep in mind this kind of question. If you know, I was trying to find some topics, and I was checking in some places, in some different places, they were the kind of the same topics and kind of same questions. So I consider that we have to practice of this. With that way, we can have a predetermined answer. How can I say? An answer predetermined. Una respuesta ya predeterminada en esto. ¿Ok? Así como cuando yo les pregunté, ¿qué tan importante es en inglés para ustedes? Ustedes, oh, yo nunca lo había pensado. No. You have to think about that. And you have to bring up the idea of that. Let's go to the final question. What do you look like doing most with your family? What do you like doing most with your family? Luz
It's
Naila.
an excellent question because I think that spending time in the holidays with my family is excellent, and I believe that is an these are an excellent time to keep different. Oh, I don't know.
Yes. That doesn't matter. In that way, guys, when she was talking, I consider that you start to read the questions and then you bring the ideas, but your ideas did not match, did not organize in your mind. And I know that it's happened. That is the thing that you have to think about two things and bring the answers, the details, and that's it. Because you start to talk about from your heart, not from your mind.
And
That
it's
is the
hard
yes.
this kind of question because in all exam I have this same question. I don't know why,
Yes,
but all the
yes.
time, what is the person that influenced more in your life? And it's my mom, and my mom passed away, and all the time I want to cry.
No, no.
It's very bad, but each age I I take more control about it, but
Mhm.
it's difficult.
No.
Nowadays is difficult yet.
For example, for example, this. Por ejemplo, y se lo voy a decir en español. Cuando me preguntan cuáles son los hobbies que usted tiene, yo realmente no tengo hobbies. Sí, yo soy muy ocupada para hacer hobbies, ¿sí? Pero entonces, cuando me dicen, ¿qué es lo que le gusta a usted hacer más con su familia? Yo realmente, pues sí, me gusta pasar el tiempo con ellos. Entonces, yo realmente hablo desde mi corazón. No, I like to spend time with them, pero yo me lo paso acostada viendo con ellos. O sea, cuando ya no estoy estudiando o estoy trabajando, yo realmente quiero estar acostada viendo televisión, ¿sí? O solamente durmiendo con ellos. but I have to make a create ideas to saying, no, I like to spend time. Y es mi respuesta predeterminada. No, I love to stay with them. I love spend time with them playing some board games, like parches, like game like that. Also, I like to watch some movies with them. I will love comic movies, comic films. So in that way, my husband usually prepare popcorn and coke, and that's it. Y no lo hacemos. Pero yo realmente tengo esa respuesta predeterminada, ¿no? Que me gusta hacer, jugar juegos de mesa, jugamos ajedrez, parchís, lo que sea, y también nos gusta ver televisión porque esa es la manera en que mi esposo va y se prepara los polvitas de maíz y gaseosa y tal, listo. Pero son dos cosas que yo estoy mostrando y diciendo detalles. Si yo hablo acerca de mi familia, yo digo, no, así como yo le dije, no, yo tengo mis papás que ya son retirados, ya son jubilados, no sé qué, y tengo mi esposo y que mi esposo está viviendo tenemos un hijo, hablo de mi hijo, algo, un detalle muy pequeño y que tenemos tengo un hijastro y ya, yo no hago más detalles. Pero yo ya tengo predeterminado qué es lo que yo voy a hablar. Entonces hay muchas preguntas que son muy similares y nosotros necesitamos manejarlas. En este caso, Luz Neila ya le han preguntado, ya me lo ha dicho, que ya le han preguntado sobre familias y posiblemente ya sí continúa respondiendo de lo mismo porque ella está respondiendo desde el corazón y eso es un problema de nosotros, y entonces empezamos a llorar y no llore, usted piensa en su mamá y piense 2 o 3 detalles de su mamá y diga, no, mi mamá me daba en la boca cuando yo decía grosería, no, mi mamá me daba no sé qué, porque yo decía, mi mamá me preparaba chocolate, porque yo cada vez que yo hacía alguna cosa buena, ella me preparaba el chocolate y ella es la única que hace ese chocolate porque nadie más hace chocolate. Pero diga 3 cosas suficientemente importantes y dé un detalle o lo que usted siente por ese ejercicio y ya, y demuestre que de una vez lo cerró. No, Luz Neila, yo sé que usted se puso a llorar. Abra la cámara, tranquila.
No. But teacher, in my first exam, when the teacher taught me this question, I cried. And this teacher, teacher, oh my God, and he was native teacher.
No, that is really hard because they don't care about what is happening.
Yes.
They don't care, and maybe you will lose your turn, and maybe you will lose your score because you didn't have the control of your answer. Maybe algunas veces yo pensaba, no, pero yo hablé desde mi corazón y yo, sí, porque usted de la manera más inocente estaba contestando, pero no, está yendo a la boca del lobo. No, usted tiene que contestar de la manera correcta. Y la manera correcta es decir los detalles, decir las ideas, detallarlas y cerrar la idea y ya. Y continuar con lo otro, porque ese es el control, esa es la idea de este ejercicio. In this case, we were talking about people and relationships. And for that is the reason that we were talking about relatives, family tree, and all this kind of stuff. The second topic that I would like to talk about is sport and healthy. Sports and healthy. So I would like to ask to Dayana, for example, what sport do you enjoy playing? What sports do you enjoy playing?
Well, teacher, I really enjoy to play basketball. Is a very sport to to
You start okay.
Sorry.
You start in one best place in a bad way. Excuse me.
Okay. I love this sport because I practice once I was a child. Yes.
Okay.
I know.
No, no, no. Don't worry. Maybe, maybe you are not doing sports. Maybe you are not doing that. But don't worry. You have to be confident with the thing that you are saying. No, I consider the basketball is the best sport. Another one is the sport
Yo sabía cómo decirlo.
is the best sport that I really enjoy it because that it and you have to talk like that. Doesn't matter. Let's move on with the other. Do you do anything to keep fit? Do you do anything to keep fit? Do you know what is that?
Yes, teacher. Yes, teacher. I do exercise every morning at say at 6 a.m. To keep me fit.
Huh? So you can start. Well, I keep to keep fit, or to keep me fit. I usually do exercise at morning because it's really healthy for me. Sometimes my mother share sometimes doing the same exercise with me because we like to practice. And you have to practice. You have to talk like that, and that's it. With this, you can finish all this kind of answer. And the final is, what is the most popular sport in your country? What is the most popular sport in your country?
My country is so passion for the football, soccer, and the people love to go to the stadium to see the games with about your favorite teams. Um, um, and the people and the people enjoy that activity. I don't know, teacher.
Don't worry, Diana, don't worry. The thing is that if you see, guys, when I was asking to Diana, she already know the answer of each questions. The thing is that we have to organize the ideas. Don't worry if you don't make any sports. Don't worry if you don't keep fit. And don't worry if you don't know what is the most popular sport. So that would be a nice example for you. First of all, this person is talking about that she doesn't do anything. I don't like playing sport or playing a sport. It doesn't interest me. I mean, I used to enjoy playing tennis when I was child, but as I got older, I decided I didn't want to do anymore. I become very uninterested in when I become a teenager because I want to hang out with my friends. So in that way, she's not answering what sport she's enjoying. Doesn't matter. But she are giving us an explanation about what she's not agree, or she doesn't agree about enjoying to playing a sport. The next answer that she's saying is like, what do you do anything to keep fit? What do you do? What do you do? Do you do anything to keep fit? I like to go jogging. I tried to go to the gym, but I didn't enjoy it because there were too many people in there. Also, they are all sweaty and making very noise. Eh, it's not a cup of tea on me. It's me like she doesn't like to go to keep fit because she's saying no, I don't like the gym, and she bring us an explanation about the gym, but is that is a same context. And the final answer is didn't I can see the red letters. So I am not 100% certain. I will have to say the most popular sport in my country is probably basketball because I heard people talking about it the most. Um, don't take me the word that is an expression. don't take me my word for it at all. This means like no tome demasiado en cuenta mi palabra porque no lo sé. So the thing is that she doesn't have any idea about what is the most popular sport, but she make a good description of, well, I heard that the people have been talking about basketball. You can say, well, I consider the most popular sport is football. Why? Because in my country feel like the football players are like a god, because everybody, the population, they are celebrating every time that they are, when they are playing. But you have to give us this kind of description. If you don't know about the sport, you have to talk about the population. How, when I consider that it's a football because I heard when the Colombian players are going to have a game, I use my Colombian t-shirt, the yellow. I put the yellow t-shirt. I have to talk like that, and with that you can have a good ideas. So that is the thing that you have to play, guys. With this, I bring you guys some activities. In this case, that was a good examples. But in this case, I would like that you can practice with this kind of questions. I say this kind of question because we have been talking about hometown, we have been talking about studies. Well, in this case, I'm going to talk about studies, hometown has studies, and we have been in our second part of the English exam. I'm going to ask you this kind of things, and you have to be prepared. So for that reason, I really want to talk with you. So in this case, for Nubia, I will give you these questions, and you have to think. We are not going to read this. Think about the questions. Where is your hometown? Is there much to do in your hometown? What are the people like in your hometown? It look like how they look like. How are they? Like shy? It's like easygoing. You have to talk like that, in that way. So I will give you this, and you will start to answer. Okay? So prepare yourself, and I will ask you these three questions. Nubia, where is your hometown? Is there much to do in your hometown? And what are the people like in your hometown? Then I will ask you to Jaisa another questions. So in that way, you have to practice. For example, Diana, Neila, John, try to answer this kind of questions, because in that way you can answer it. We already talk about hometown. We have a class about hometown. We have a class about family members. We have a class talking about so many things, but that will be a nice topic. Hometowns, family, hobbies, sports, and studies. So let's go ahead, Nubia. Nubia, hi Nubia. What is your hometown?
My hometown is in Ibagué, Tolima. This place is very important. It's very amazing, nice. In this in this place, there are many attractions to visit. Visit. This place is center to the other the many business or
Close your idea. You already have the information, and then try to close the idea, because you will flow away.
ay sí, ya me fui, es que fue
that is the nice way, Nubia, because you already know the answer, and your ideas come to your mind quickly, maybe two or three, and you flow away. No, you have to say, well, that is the place, that is an interesting place, it's important because that, and it's really have an attractive things that like such like that, and that's it. So that is the place that I am. That is my hometown. That's it. That is the thing that you have to move it. So don't that the word was don't overwhelm, don't overthink, don't overthink too much. Take it easy. You have your control. Let's move on with another question. Is there much to do in your hometown?
Yes, there are many things for to do. In this place, you can to visit place in vacation on vacation to go there to the shoppings, meet in different place with friends, to do parties. Mm, this place is is
Ah,
funny.
So in that way, you say, so there are much things that you have. So there are many things that you have that you can do over there, and that's it. With that, you can close. So you can. Well, yes, my hometown. You can do a lot of things like that, like that, like that. So it's really interesting to go there, and that's it. With that, you can finish because you start excellent. You start to answer in a excellent way. Um, but start to learn and to prepare. How can you fix your answer to close your answer, to close your thing that to close your to close the idea, because you start great in a great way. That is really nice. You know, guys. Uh, for example, this kind of exercise is a nice way if we start to have a battle, for example, a debate. Have you ever practiced a debate? When you are giving a debate, debates, cuando nosotros estamos trabajando en debates, nosotros damos una idea y usted tiene que decir, defender la idea o contraatacar la idea. Pero al decir la idea, usted tiene que centrar la idea y cerrar la idea para que la otra persona o le pregunte o la ataque. Y con eso nosotros podemos de una vez también prepararnos para el inglés, para dar unas buenas respuestas. Claro, obviamente todas las respuestas son buenas, pero ¿qué tan bueno podemos nosotros cerrar las cosas? Por ejemplo, eso es un problema que nos pasa a todos. Eso me pasa a mí también. ¿Por qué? Pues porque las ideas empiezan a salir, pero no se juntan como uno quiere que sean. Entonces, si nosotros empezamos a hablar de más, realmente nos perdemos. Usted me habla de su ciudad, del lugar donde usted es, y usted tiene muchas ideas que compartirme. Pero entonces yo le invito a Nubia que usted tenga tres o dos ideas y hable solamente de esas dos ideas y diga, y bueno, por esas dos ideas o esas dos razones es que esta es importante en la ciudad. O por estas razones es que yo quiero incluso motivarlo o invitarlo a que usted vaya a mi ciudad. Y ya, y sale. Porque si no, continúa usted nombrando las ideas, yo volé, y se fue. Y se fue. Y eso es un problema de nosotros. Cuando nos preguntan, ¿y por qué es tan importante estudiar inglés? Ah, porque estudia. No, nombre tres, y por esto, esas son las tres cosas más importantes en por qué estudiar inglés. Eso es lo que nosotros tenemos que tener el control de las ideas. ¿Did you get it? Eso es un problema muy común para nosotros, no se preocupen, eso siempre pasa. Mire estas, con estas y con estas de una vez terminamos. Igualmente yo estas se las dejo ahí para que ustedes la tengan en cuenta por si ya pasa alguna cosa, un examen que llegue a pasar. Bueno, entonces yo digo, studies. Yaisa. Yaisa. Okay.
Teacher.
Yaisa, that will be the question. What are you studying at excuse me, what are you studying at the moment? What do you like most about your studies? And what do you hope to do in the future when you finish it? Este tipo de preguntas, mientras que ella la está pensando, este tipo de preguntas, hombre, son fáciles, pero incluso son complicadas, incluso para responderlas en español. Porque usted dice, bueno, ¿y usted qué va a hacer después de que usted estudie, después de que termine de estudiar? Y usted, oh, yo no lo había pensado. Pues usted diga que usted va a hacer un máster. Diga, no, well, I'm thinking that when I finish my degree, I would like to study a master degree to keep continuing or continue studying, like making a master degree or something like that. Quizás usted no tenga plata para hacer la maestría o alguna cosa, pero usted les tiene que contestar. Y esa es la idea en que yo quiero invitar a ustedes a que tienen que hacerlo. O sea, nosotros tenemos que buscar la manera de realmente responder de la manera idea. Porque si en algún momento nos preguntan, ¿y usted qué va a hacer después de que termine de estudiar? Usted va a hacer, pues no sé, otro desempleado más porque no sé qué más hacer. O sea, no. Busque una respuesta buena. Busque una respuesta que impacte. Y de esa manera usted se puede desenvolver. Ah, no, es que yo quiero trabajar en una coordinación en un colegio, que no sé qué. No importa, ellos no van a confirmar si usted lo va a hacer o no lo va a hacer, pero usted tiene que defenderse con una buena idea. Por ejemplo, en este caso yo digo, no, pues yo realmente quiero continuar siendo una docente, pero yo tengo que decir, no, yo voy a continuar estudiando, que no sé qué cosa, porque eso es realmente muy interesante, que no es la verdad, alguna vaina. O yo quiero fortalecer mi inglés viajando a Estados Unidos a practicar, ir a la Universidad de Kansas a practicar. No, yo no lo voy a hacer, no tengo plata para ir allá, pero lo tengo que decir y lo tengo que expresar. Por eso les estoy haciendo este tipo de ejercicio. Excuse me. No, le voy a hacer unas preguntas a usted, Yaisa, pero en solo un momento. Mire que estas preguntas que yo les voy a mostrar ahorita, dice, about your hometown. Where is your hometown? Is there much to do in your hometown? What are the people like in your hometown? Significa, ¿cuál es su pueblo? ¿De dónde es que usted viene? Pues no es su pueblo. ¿De dónde es que usted viene? El lugar de residencia, donde usted vive. Is there much to do in your hometown? Hay mucho que hacer allá en el lugar donde usted reside. Y aquí le está preguntando acerca de cómo son las personas allá, que si son callados, son saludables o no sé qué. Entonces ahí es cuando usted tiene que identificar qué tipo de adjetivos realmente son buenos para utilizar en la ciudad. Por ejemplo, en la ciudad donde yo vengo, pues obviamente es de Cúcuta. Entonces, no, es que son unos peleones, no es que acá hay mucho venezolano, no es que acá, no, o sea, para hablar mal, eso, mejor dicho, ven y nos sentamos y abramos otra clase porque es muchísimo que hablar. Otra cosa que le puedo preguntar sobre hometown. What type of place is it? What is it like growing up there? Has it changed much since you were a child? Son preguntas muy típicas que está diciendo, ¿qué tipo de lugar es? What's it like growing up there? ¿Cómo fue crecer allá? ¿Cómo fue crecer? Entonces usted va a decir, cuando yo era niña, realmente era un lugar muy seguro porque todo eso lo tengo ya muy predeterminado. Era un lugar muy seguro porque mi familia usualmente se sentaba en la parte de la acera, en el frente de mi casa, y yo solía jugar, tocar el timbre y correr. Y eso lo tengo predeterminado en inglés. ¿Por qué? Porque sí, porque siempre me la preguntan. No, I used to talk, that is a good remembrance when I was young, my parents and my grandparents who already passed away, they used to sit down outside of my house in the walk side while I was playing with my neighbors, playing a game called playing a game that I touch the doorbell and run away. And that is the same answer because I already have predetermined this kind of answer. The other question, has it changed much since you were a child? ¿Ha cambiado desde que usted era niño? Entonces, no, well, it has been changed a lot because the security is really changed a lot because we have... Y empieza a hablar acerca de los problemas que existen y cómo fue antes y cómo fue ahora. Pero entonces mencione 2 o 3 cosas y ya, porque si usted empieza a hablar de todos los problemas, eso es lo que hay. No, hable 2 o 3 cosas y ya. Con eso lo ayuda a usted a tener mucho control en sus respuestas. Con lo último de los estudios. En lo de los estudios, esto es realmente muy particular. What are you studying? ¿Qué es lo que está estudiando? Porque nosotros cuando estamos diciendo que estamos estudiando, nosotros we are making a degree, we are in a degree, we are studying in a 4th semester. Empiezan a revisar de qué manera realmente les está contestando bien. Porque muchas veces empezamos a traducir a traducir esas expresiones del traductor de español a inglés y muchas veces las cosas no están quedando como acordes. Muchos de nosotros no sabemos cómo realmente se dice la carrera de nosotros en inglés. Eso decimos unas barbaridades. Otra cosa, cuando nosotros estamos hablando de que no, sí, we are studying in a degree in UNAT, no, usted no dice UNAT, usted dice UNAT, Universidad Nacional. Usted no dice UNAT en inglés, porque ya es un nombre propio. Y eso para todos. Si usted no vuelve a colocar en un trabajo Universidad Nacional Abierta y está Open, no, usted no le va a colocar nada de eso en inglés. No deje que sus compañeros también escriban esa cosa en inglés. Eso es un nombre propio, eso no se modifica. Ahora, why did you choose that particular course? ¿Por qué usted escogió escoger esa carrera o ese curso particular? Ahí es cuando usted tiene que crear y predeterminar eso. No, porque no, yo soy muy buena en inglés. Yo considero que soy muy buena en inglés, entonces por eso decidí que quería estudiar licenciatura en inglés. Además, me gusta mucho trabajar con niños y creo que he aprendido grandes estrategias en el proceso de aprendizaje, ¿verdad? Y usted empieza a hablar y cierra la idea. Y eso. Esas son las razones. Ahora lo último. What job would you like when you have a complete all your studies? ¿Qué trabajo quiere usted tener cuando usted completa sus estudios? Usted dice, no, yo no tengo nada. No, diga que usted va a trabajar en una coordinación. Diga que usted ya tiene una cooperativa o una cosa ya hecha y usted posiblemente va a trabajar en eso. Porque si usted empieza a decir, no, yo no tengo nada, yo no tengo oportunidad, yo no tengo nada derecho a llorar, no. Mira a ver cómo va a responder. Pero este tipo de preguntas, muchachos, estos son muy comunes. Es más, estas les voy a compartir estos links, perdón, estos links en donde están todo el tipo de preguntas que aparecen en la primera parte del Speaking English, de Speaking Part de estos exámenes. Y son muchísimos temas, particularmente son de 8 a 11 temas, pero siempre son las mismas 11 preguntas para esos temas. I would like to work on hometown, I would like to work on family, I would like to work with hobbies, I would like to talk about studies. So that will be the topics: hobbies, sport, hometown, family, and studies. Esos van a ser los 4 o 5 temas que nosotros vamos a preguntar. So, finally, and to be in a correct way, acordando todo de una vez. Para el examen final, que lo tendremos por ahí en 2 semanas, yo creo, van a tener dos partes del examen. Una parte del examen que es donde ustedes van a describir una imagen. Puede ser una imagen así como el león, puede ser una imagen de una ciudad. Y le voy a preguntar sobre la imagen, ¿ok? Y el otro punto es este tipo de entrevista, que yo le hago a usted una entrevista, pero yo le voy a decir a usted, vamos a hablar de tal punto, y usted, vamos a hablar de acerca de sus estudios, y usted se va a preparar para yo generarle este tipo de preguntas. Las preguntas van a ser muy similares, yo no le voy a preguntar algo que no sea, porque para eso estamos trabajando, estamos practicando para entrenarnos a ver de qué manera vamos a responder. Yo no le voy a preguntar algo que no sepamos. ¿Estamos? Ya, Isabel, ¿le dejo esa pregunta así abierta o está lista para responder?
No, abierta.
Ok, se la dejo abierta. Y para la semana entrante, muchachos, el warm-up lo vamos a hacer así. El warm-up, o sea, el calentamiento que nosotros vayamos a hacer para el martes entrante, le voy a generar este tipo de preguntas para que ustedes poco a poco se estén entrenando con eso. Y así va a ser mucho más liviano. Créanme que si no practicamos este tipo de cosas, realmente nos va a costar. Les cuento que hice mi prueba del septo, me entregaron el examen hoy, no lo pasé, sigo siendo B1, no pude llegar a B2. El placement test, el escrito me fue, hice skill de la habilidad de escritura me fue súper bien, ese sí saqué B2. La habilidad yo les digo otra vaina, ¿cómo es que se llama esa cosa? La habilidad de speaking me fue súper bien, pero hay un placement test que se utiliza en el Cambridge en donde usted tiene que colocar algunas palabras adecuadas, le dan un texto y usted tiene que colocar las palabras como son. Realmente me va muy pésimo así y me volví una mongólica. Digo así mongólica porque me llené de estrés y saqué a 2 y yo no puedo creer, porque yo realmente manejo yo al menos un B1. Entonces, les cuento que el no tener el control de usted nos parte su muchísimo. Entonces, todas las cosas que yo he aprendido, todas las cosas que yo estoy estudiando para este test, lo estoy compartiendo acá. Realmente en la clase, en la Pedagogical Experience, me han dicho que no, que tome los temas del ebook. Realmente no he tomado ni uno porque ni siquiera lo abrí, porque yo considero que estos eran los temas que a mí sí me hubieran gustado, que me hubieran dado en Pedagogical Experience, para que realmente o sea, hombre, que me muestren qué es lo que yo realmente necesitaba aprender. Entonces, por eso he hecho grandes cambios a que realmente debe ser importante practicar en las clases. Entonces, por eso ha sido como siempre la conflictiva y la revolucionaria en las clases, porque no, hombre, yo quiero que mostremos otras cosas. Entonces, bueno, toca que volver a empezar y hacer eso vaina para ver si sacamos B2 o...
Profe,
Entonces,
¿y ese examen
señor.
era para qué? ¿Qué quiere hacer o qué?
Bueno, les cuento que para que nosotros nos graduemos, de la carrera, además de finalizar las materias, nosotros tenemos que hacer un proyecto de grado o hacer las cuatro materias de la especialización. Esa fue la que yo estoy tomando, las materias de la especialización, y presentar el ECAES y hacer un examen de inglés donde usted tenga un B2, donde su resultado sea B2. Si usted no cumple con todo eso, usted no se puede graduar. ¿Sí me van a entender?
Ya.
Entonces, la universidad le provee a usted, nosotros como estudiantes nos provee en realizar un examen que se llama el CEPTOF, y ese examen es gratis, porque los exámenes, el Cambridge, el examen del TOEIC, el examen de cualquiera, realmente son exámenes que valen de mínimo 300.000 pesos o 600.000 pesos para usted desarrollarlo. Entonces, realmente, usted puede presentar el CEPTOF, pero tiene solamente 2 intentos. O sea, yo ya quemé el primero. Entonces, tengo que ahorita en 2 meses volver a hacerlo, pues, para poder sacar adelante con eso. Creo que la parte de speaking me fue súper bien, pues, porque yo estaba practicando acá con ustedes. Pero hay momentos en que uno se llena de nervios y que usted no ve bien, a usted le muestran las imágenes y uno, yo no vi nada. Sí, o sea, entonces recibí hace, ¿qué? Como al mediodía recibí el examen y todo uno queda como que, ay, volvemos a empezar. Entonces, ya con eso, pues uno ya sabe que uno se parece gradura para ir más, depende cómo le sale a uno. De todos modos, pues uno mirar a ver de qué manera uno puede volver a hacer el examen para realmente pasar.
Mi profe, una pregunta, o sea, tú dices que o uno hace el proyecto de grado o uno hace 4 materias de la especialización, pero ¿qué es? O sea, uno se tiene que inscribir en la especialización.
Bueno, este, yo siempre pensé en realizar un proyecto de grado. Siempre pensé en hacer un proyecto de investigación, pues porque me gusta mucho la parte de la investigación y además porque tenía una problemática en mente en el lugar donde yo estoy trabajando y en las clases de metodología y la investigación. Yo he estado perfeccionando un proyecto que realmente me llama mucho la atención, es sobre las incidencias, los factores que afectan para el aprendizaje del inglés, pero no solamente ahorita, sino que qué es lo que realmente influye en toda la carrera, porque a los muchachos le van mal en el bachillerato, la primaria, o sea, ¿qué cosas incurren? Ah, pues porque no tienen plata, o porque los estudiantes fueron así, o porque los docentes no tienen una metodología. Pero hacer un barrido de qué es lo que sucede. ¿Por qué? Pues porque en el lugar donde yo trabajo, yo doy inglés y mis estudiantes son personas mayores, solamente se dan 36 horas de inglés, entonces hacen la prueba del ECAES y les va re mal, entonces de una vez dice, claro, la profesora de inglés, que ella no me está enseñando, entonces yo estoy viendo, no, espera un momentico, contextualicemos las cosas. Entonces, con ese proyecto, yo he estado trabajando, pues incluso aprendiendo en la universidad y mostrándolos en lo de mi trabajo. En todo caso, yo lo presenté en la universidad y en la universidad me dijeron, sí, le invitamos al grupo de investigación, pero usted va a hacer este proyecto, no el proyecto que usted quiere. Entonces, ay, no, yo así no juego, entonces eso era trabajar para alguien más. Entonces, yo realmente y además yo soy muy reactiva y les digo, no, a mí no me, no, eso está mal, ese trabajo es suyo, eso trabajo en mí. Entonces, eh, mi mamá me está regalando la carrera. Entonces, ella me dijo, mijita, yo saco de donde yo no tengo y yo le busco para que usted haga la especialización, que no sé qué. Entonces, para mí fue, realmente me gano el cielo y realmente me ha ido muy bien y he tratado de ganarme la beca, pero eso es muy terrible, pero realmente no he bajado yo mi promedio de 4.9, 4.8. Entonces, antes de que iniciara este semestre, porque este es mi último semestre, yo ya había cumplido mis 70 materias. Yo alcancé a hacer las intersemestrales, yo siempre he hecho intersemestrales. Alcancé a ver el 70% y tenía que registrar o inscribirme para la maestría, para la especialización. Yo estoy haciendo desarrollo pedagógico de aprendizaje autónomo. Tiene todas esas palabras en el título. Es desarrollo pedagógico del aprendizaje autónomo, esa es la especialización. Entonces, inscribí las 4 materias pues para dar cumplimiento a que debo tener la cantidad de créditos. Entonces, ya me falta ese ICAES, lo presento ahorita el 14 de noviembre y me faltaba el B2. O sea, eso es lo que me falta para mí para graduarme ya en este momento. Entonces ya pues ahí sí, hasta que yo no lo pase, yo no puedo graduarme. Entonces les digo a todos que practiquen, es que tienen que practicar, porque nosotros durante toda la carrera, nosotros sí estudiamos y más que todo solucionamos las tareas, pero no practicamos inglés. Nosotros no, nosotros aprendemos a cómo dar clases, aprendemos a cómo hacer lesson plans. Bueno, no todos aprenden. Yo lo hacía, yo se lo hacía mucho a mis compañeros porque no todos lo hacían. Pero en este ejercicio de Pedagogical Experience realmente me enseñó a hacer lesson plans. ¿Qué realmente debo colocarle ahí? Hay cosas que nosotros no utilizamos, pero en este momento ya es mucho más breve hacer lesson plans, me siento mucho más cómodo haciendo. Pero nosotros no practicamos, nosotros no hacemos un simulacro en inglés, nosotros no hacemos nada de eso. El martes, Dios mediante, yo les voy a colocar a ustedes uno, dura 15 minutos, es gratis y para que se mueven, para que se prueben, porque es realmente importante que nosotros lo hagamos, porque nosotros no lo hacemos, nosotros no buscamos nada de eso. Entonces, bueno, se los voy a compartir yo mediante este jueves. ¿Listos? Bueno, muchachos.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thanks,
Listo.
teacher.
Bye bye.
Thank
The next
you.
class.
Bye.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you